We're going to talk now about the housing collapse or the housing bubble. I know I've been doing this for 20 years now. I know that's hard for some of you guys to even imagine. We're in 2022. I get tons of phone calls every day, every week about, oh my goodness, are we in a housing collapse? Are we in a housing bubble? I mean, I hear prices are super, super high. I hear people are paying an exorbitant amount for homes. Kind of give me some information. So here, let me kind of break it down to you. When I joined the mortgage industry in 2001, if you got a 7 to 8% interest rate, you were doing fantastic, okay? Right now, we're talking about rates in the upper 2 to 3% range. Now, understand this. I made it through 2008 where it didn't matter who you knew, what you knew, you couldn't get a loan done because the market had basically imploded. What happened in 2008 is that you had folks in the mortgage business lending 100%, 105%. You had loans that were being done with no income, no verification, very little credit information being given. So it was kind of like the Wild Wild West. And what happened at that particular point, we were seeing 10, 15, 20% a year appreciations in a lot of markets. And that's part of what caused the housing crisis to happen, okay? That's not where we are today. You have to have your income verified. You have to have your credit verified. In most cases, you got to put 3 to 5% down to buy a house. What we've seen is a good, consistent, steady growth of property, okay? In Baton Rouge, even in 2008, we never saw the super highs, but we never saw the super lows either. They had some markets that were getting 15 to 25% a year appreciation, which we all could agree is not sustainable. Louisiana, for the most part, we saw a good steady 3 to 5% a year appreciation, and we've been seeing higher appreciations, but the good news is this. So think about it this way. We bought a house 3 years ago and we got 3% a year appreciation. Well, we got somewhere between 9 to 12% appreciation. However, you put a little bit of money down, right? And you borrowed money at a super low rate. So there's never been a time in history, okay, that folks have had more equity in their property than right now. We're January the 11th, 2022. We've never seen a time with more equity. The economists say right now that the average loan to value, meaning my house is worth $300,000, the average loan to value is around 42 to 45%. So you've got almost 50% equity if you were to get in trouble, to where you could take that house, put it on the market, and sell it very quickly because you've got an exorbitant demand. You've got a lot of equity built up. And when you combine those two things together, that's really why we're in a much different position. But people call me all day and ask me, Ryan, am I buying at the right time? I feel like I'm being super rushed. I feel like I might even be overpaying for the property. Here's one thing I can tell you. Your benefit of what you're doing today is you're borrowing money at a very, very, very low rate. If you go back and look at history, even over the last 40 to 50 years, rates have been exceedingly higher than where they are today. Well, Ryan, I heard rates are going up. It's true. To battle inflation, they're going to continue to kind of bump rates up a little bit. If you're borrowing money at, let's say, 3% or 3.25%, but you're making 3 to 6% a year appreciation, that's your win. And that's what we've been consistently seeing. One thing I'll touch on too that I know has really made the housing market more competitive now than ever is the price of rent. If you look at the price of rent, not just in Louisiana, because we do business in about 6 or 7 different states right now, the average rent cost is going up at 8 to 11% a year, okay? And we all know that that's not going to change. That's going to consistently be the same. So if you look at what's causing the demand, yes, it's rates, but it's also the price of rent. If you look at what you were going to pay in rent, and then you look what you could buy a house for, those numbers, I mean, you can become a homeowner and build wealth for yourself. So give us a call. I'd love to talk further about that. The number here is 225-214-5153. That number again is 225-214-5153. Thanks so much. Have a great day.